Mm-hmm.
right? Your lower nature. The vulture is the lower nature that you conquered.
Mm-hmm.
And the cobra is your higher nature that you've mastered. It's two different struggles going on in the individual. And W.B. Bush wrote about it. He called it the warring soul,
Right.
right? The part of the self that want to go along with society at large, and the part of the self that want to truly express itself from its purest source,
Uh-huh.
right? So you're talking your spiritual self versus your ego self. Your ego is the sum total of everything that you've ever been told about yourself that may or may not be true, but you accepted it as so because that defined who you was from the external world's perspective. So
Mm-hmm.
you trying to live your life fitting into the perspective of everything you agreed to in your ego, and you haven't even tested it to see if it's compatible with who you are.
Very interesting. Let's go through a couple of historical terms, Rod. We're talking about melanin. We're talking about race. And once again, family, if you're just joining us, there was a Senate hearing with RFK. I advise y'all to go see what's going on. Very interesting things have been happening since Trump has been president. I cannot lie. He's really shaking things up. Some people don't like it. Some people do like it. But things are being shaken up. That's one thing we all could agree on, whether you like it or not like what's going on.
You
Things
remember
are,
I told you as soon as you take office, everything gonna speed up.
yeah, you did say that. Indeed. Let's go through a couple of historical terms to try to figure out who we are, where we come from, and how we got here, Rod. Let's talk. And this is a term me and you talk about on the phone. We haven't talked about on the internet. Neanderthals. Now, that
Right.
was a term, a lot of brothers use that term to insult.
The pale-faced tribes tie up. I guess they mentioned, I think they're talking about the East Coast tribes, Raw, the ones that came with Andrew Jackson mixing with people, the $5 Indians, pretty much.
Well, some of them is not. Everybody worried about how the people look, where they at. No, the America, the Great Melting Pot, people came here to mix DNA.
Right. Let's get it.
They came here to mix DNA. Nature knows no color line. Dr. Clark said that race was a construct of man used to accomplish a purpose.
Right.
Divide and conquer is the rule.
Right.
We so worried about when we gonna get the land back, when we gonna kick these people off the land. We need people to work the land. Half the people asking that is not gonna do no farm labor longer than 2-3 days, and they quitting. I'm telling you that now. Then they already get money too.
Right.
They got money in there, and they're not doing none of that. You have to love tending to the farm because you tending to the family. You got to have it in your soul. And we've been forced to work undercut on pay for so long. When we get some money, we ain't gonna want to work. We ain't gonna want to do the labor required to operate a farm. But we gonna need farms operated because there might not be no more grocery stores. And you might not be able to get food if you ain't tied to a farm. Just like you might not be able to access your money if you ain't tied to a family bank, because it's going to be a decentralized banking system.
Right.
Right. So a lot of people want to know what to study the process of family banking before you have to establish a family bank. Learn how it works. Learn what you can and cannot do with the family bank. Learn how you use the family bank to secure assets.
Right.
Right. And all of your legal paperwork, like family trust, bonds, and stuff like that, will be handled through your family bank. Right. And so the trade in produce is going to be restricted to family trade. We ain't going to have grocery stores for a while.
That's what I think too.
Because they got to get rid of all of the GMO. That's going to drastically reduce. It's going to shut a lot of grocery stores now because you would be surprised how much food got GMO in it. And they didn't change the name of it. That's what Dr. G-Mo makes sure I said. They changed the name of it but it's still genetically modified organisms in the food.
Yeah.
So we want food from Mother Nature, grown in nutritious environment, so it can have the proper nutrition to fertilize the body.
Right.
If we can't come to that one agreement across the land, we in trouble.
If it don't got no seed in it, we don't want it no more. It don't got no seeds. We don't want nothing without no seeds.
You can grow seedless watermelon from natural watermelons. They used to just pop up here and there sporadically, but the farmers know how to mix and match where they can grow seeded and unseeded watermelon in 2 different patches now.
I like it all. I like both kinds, but the seed one got this more. It got more of a richer taste to it to me. The one with the seeds.
Well, that goes to how much nutrition in the ground, because the sweetest and juiciest and most flavorful watermelon is grown in the most nutritious soil.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, I'm good.
A lot of these people growing it in borderline sand. They growing it in dirt, this clay and dirt mixed together. So it's not getting a lot of nutrition into the melon itself.
That makes sense. Watermelon, watermelon right now, boy.
Back in 1932, they had a Senate hearing on the nutrition in the farming soil. And they said back then that the farming soil has become so nutrient depleted from over farming that in the future people was gonna have to supplement for to stabilize their vitamin intake in order to be healthy. And we show supplement today.
Yeah. I noticed in America, another thing that's a lot of stuff that's banned in America. I mean, they let it happen in America, like far as the food, but in other countries they banned it, like fruit corn syrup. When I went to Mexico, I drank one of their sodas. It tastes way different, and I found them where they sell them over here. Where we get them over here now, the Mexican soda, and but it don't got that fruit corn syrup in it. And that's banned.
High fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, that is a appetite stimulant. It make you hungry.
Damn, that's deep. Well, I'm about to go look into that.
High fructose
the whole time with that shit.
Yeah, that's why they used to give it to the babies. K-Roll corn syrup. They used to simmer it in condensed milk to make baby formula before we had Similac.
That's deep. Yeah, but they also got like certain things that's on the shelf over here. Even like the rich crackers, they banned. Pork is banned. Chicken is banned. All kind of meat. All meat from America is banned. You know what I'm saying?
That's because they use those steroids. If you pay attention for the last 5 years, we had an unprecedented amount of slaughterhouses, farms, and processing plants of large quantities of chicken, pork, beef. All of them been catching fire.
Damn.
And the farmers was told to set them on fire so they could get the insurance payout. Because they got to kill it. They got to get rid of the GMO stock anyway. If they just take it and try to sell it to the disposal place to turn them into fertilizer or something, they can't do that because they GMO. They have to burn them up anyway. But if they was to try to sell them to somebody for the landfill or something, they wouldn't make no ways near the money they would in the insurance claim. And the insurance has been told that they can't deny the farmer's claims. So all of the ones that know they was growing GMO, genetically modified food, they can go burn that shit up and just get the insurance payout and go ahead and get them some fresh stock of organic food.
Now another thing that I've seen, I want to ask you about this. I saw the Amish, I think it was in New Jersey. Somebody can drop it in the chat where it was exactly. But they were selling their own milk. and then the government raided them and took all their milk and said that they couldn't sell. They were selling original natural milk, and they milk didn't look like the milk that we see on the shelf. They milk had a yellow tint to it, like all
Yeah,
they milk.
that's because it's not homogenized.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's a whole different. And then they might put some kind of preservatives in it to keep it from going bad too. That's natural, like lemon juice or some kind of fruit juice or something.
That's what it looked like. That's what kind of what it looked like. Yeah, so the FDA or whoever these guys is, they raided them and made them pour all their stuff out so they couldn't be selling it no more. So I wonder how that works.
That's overstepping their jurisdictional authority.
That's what I said too. That's what they're saying. Like these people got nationality, they on a whole nother different outlook than just regular.
That was the corporation trying to show you they got some power more than anything else.
That's what I thought. I said there must be some big whizzes at one of them big gallon milk places that sent they hitters down to shut these guys down. But I say it's gonna be some come from that. They probably gonna sue the hell out of them people and get their money back for that, you know. When they all come down.
The government gotta compensate them.
Yep. The
Amish they already knew that when they went in there.
They just want to make it look on TV, make it look good for TV. Make an example out of them. This for the next guys that want to sell their own milk.
That's called theatrical effect.
Man. That's crazy. All right, we'll take one more question, y'all. We'll get out of here. Y'all. We got one more. Give us a hot one for Rod before we get out of here. Give us a hot one, y'all. Hey, y'all, if y'all want to show Rod some love on the Cash App, although he don't do it for money, we got about 2,000 people in here, man. Everybody send them $1 right now, and that'll put them in the game. You ain't gonna miss $1. What else we got? Hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Here we go right here. We got the question right here for you, Rod. Somebody says, how can I get you both to cook out a cookout and have a good old Southern? Oh, man, I'll be glad to come to that shit, boy. I'm telling you. You talking about some cooking now. Some good Southern cooking.
I can't do nothing until I get out of this cave situation. I gotta see the flip. But you never know when it's full coast to coast party jump off. Me and Elder stuff to pop up at anybody party.
Yeah, especially if you got some greens and hot water cornbread at that joint.
And some fried chicken.
Man, some greens, some hot water cornbread, some black eyed peas with rice, some purple hood peas. Oh yeah, man. And you better have some peach cobbler too, man. When I pull up on it, man, I'm telling you. Some of that peach and some pecan pie.
It depends on where I go, what I want.
Big mama pecan pie, huh? I'm telling
you. It depends on where I go, what I'm gonna want.
I'm telling you, yeah, it depends. Like if I'm down it depends. It depends on where you at in the South. Yeah, because they got different, they got different dishes in different areas down south as far as what soul food is. In Louisiana, they cook gumbo, etouffee, jambalaya. I'm talking about the good shit. The cornbread, man, bumping. Y'all making me hungry right now. Damn.
Look, that's the same in Southwestern cuisine, except it's cooked different.
Yeah.
That's the Mississippi. That's the Mississippi cooking method, or from those tribes over there. They like to cook stuff slow and at a lower temperature. In the Southwest, it's hot, so you want to get from in front of you want to cook as little as possible. So a lot of your stuff is a bunch of fresh vegetables chopped up, mixed in with something that you might simmer for a few minutes.
Makes sense. Somebody said, "Oh, he still eat chicken?" Look, man. Somebody say, "Yeah, man. Hey, over here we didn't really eat. Only thing that's making us sick really with the meat is because of how they doing it now." And two, of how that we didn't fry no meat. We ain't never fry. All we did is we smoked it. We we barbecued. We some barbecuing niggas, man. Mississippi, Louisiana, we some barbecuing niggas.
It depended on where we was at. We had all kind of cooking techniques. But
that frying with the oil, they brought that over here, man.
No.
We roast it in the ground. We
Yeah,
rotisserie it.
it depend on the tribe.
Yeah, it depends on the tribe.
You
I don't
had
think they never
tribes
do
that
no grease
you
though.
had tribes that used to put their meat in hot grease.
Okay, yeah. So they must have came from over there, them with the Moors. The
No,
Moors.
I'm talking about tribes that
Over
been
here?
here. Most of the cooking techniques over here is ancient.
Go ahead. Makes sense. I know
Right.
the flatbread, we used to eat flat. We ain't never eat the yeast bread. We always ate flatbread, just like they say in the Hebrew scripture. Because over here, the natives we always cook the flatbreads. And then we ate that other kind of bread too, but mostly it was flatbread over here, just like the Mexicans eat. We ate tortillas and shit like that over here.
We ate cornbread.
Yeah, cornbread. Yeah. Yeah,
We ate a
you
lot
damn
of
sure right. That
cornbread.
makes a lot of sense.
But it's more than one way to cook cornbread. But we got a particular way we like it. But there's so many different types of corn that breads you can make from the corn.
Right.
Right. You can make the loaf bread from corn.
Yep, you can. Yeah.
You know, but you just use the cornmeal is more coarse that you make traditional cornbread with.
Yeah, I like some cornbread, but yeah, we don't do pig, man. We don't do no hog. I don't like hog.
They didn't used to be pigs over here. They're not native over here.
Yeah, that's right. Do we have boars?
No,
we just had buffalo, fish.
We had different kind of birds. Mm-hmm. Like the way that we like chicken now, we had other birds that was called yard birds. Chicken is now the yard bird that replaced the bird that we used to eat.
Yeah, see, I heard that perspective too. I heard that we didn't mess with that dodo bird. That's why the Moors, when they came over here, they started eating it, and because the dodo bird would walk right up to them. See, birds would come right to us before they came. Before the conquistadors came, birds would fly right out and land on our arm. And it's like we had a connection with the birds. But then when they came, now birds don't want to even mess with you over here no more. Our energy feels something different.
Hey, the birds say, all you humans look alike to me.
Yeah, all you humans look alike now. I saw a dude, like back in the day, some dude go out there and stand one of them chiefs, and then a mountain lion come up and he pet the mountain lion. I said, damn, like, so we must have some kind of connection back then with the animals that we don't got now. Like we
did.
Huh?
We did. We was one with nature.
Yeah.
Right. This is what a lot of the old tribal leaders keep telling us, that we disconnected from nature to be connected to modern technology. Right. We have to disconnect from modern technology to reconnect with nature.
Makes sense.
Man, I done had all kind of animals walk up to me that supposed to just tear me up.
Yeah.
When I was a little boy, they used to send me in the yard where the mean dog was to get the ball because it go over the fence.
Yeah.
Go get Rod. He'll go in there and get it. My dumb ass went right in there and get it too. Dog be jumping up, looking me in the face.
Dog, get you like crazy.
I'm fighting this big old hairy dog. He trying to kill every other child in the neighborhood. He's licking me all in the face. Get on off me. Let me get this ball. Let me get this ball. He wagging his tail. He rock. They used to call me Dr. Doolittle when I was younger.
Yeah, I seen that a lot. I seen my son like that. He did that. Like he walked this dog, my brother dog. Nobody can walk up to that dog. That dog will rip a cheek off your ass. But my daddy ended up shooting that dog because he bit him. But my son can walk right up to him, mean ass dog, and just pat him. And yeah, calm down. I'm like, man, that dog right there, I don't get close to him. I'm telling you. That's so I'm telling you, it's like something, it's a fear, or it's an energy field that you give off that dog can recognize. Because they can't see, like they see other things like frequencies and things, and they can hear certain things. They can hear your heartbeat, a dog. They can hear your energy field.
You want to hear something funny, Elder?
Okay, go ahead.
When I was a youngster, we was staying on Sanford Street in Pontiac, right?
Uh-huh.
About 3 or 4 houses down, this dude got these highly trained attack Dobermans.
Uh-huh.
There's 2 of them, and they train to watch his wife when he go to work. When he get off work, he come home, we take him out the house, he put him in the kennel outside. And everybody come up that kennel, they tear their tail up. Look, one day, some just told me that he was like, they using them dogs to do some evil stuff. Let them go. So I let them go. They was jumping up, licking on me like good, like trying to high five me. If anybody ever seen how Dobermans act, you know what I'm talking about. But it looked like they're trying to high five and they jumping up with their paw, and then they took off running.
Damn.
And so I let the man dogs go. They come down there and told my mama, I think your son let that man dogs out. Them dogs chasing everybody through the neighborhood. I don't know what we gonna do. And my mama came in and she was like, why you let them dogs out? I was like,
them dogs loving you, boy. I'm telling you, like, man, the only time they got to be free, really. Like to get out.
The silver water in order to create a artificial melanin barrier.
Man.
They didn't have screen sunblock back then.
Right. What let me ask you this, Rod, because you somebody, you know, they say in the chat, they like you cooking. Do you, I might ask you this before, have you ever remote viewed before, Rod? Because you know of a lot of history, brother.
I study remote viewing until I got good at it, and I found that it worked real good with my tarot cards.
So what did you find out when you was remote viewing with your tarot cards, brother?
Different stuff I asked, different questions. I haven't pulled a deck of cards out, Brother Rich, in about 4 years to do a reading because they'd be too spooky accurate to me. So the message come in slower and I can read it better if I don't use the cards, because then I get sensory overload. And then I see too much, and then I be like, I'm gonna put all this stuff together, and then I can't rest until I put it all together.
Right. Somebody said, why was there only one female Smurf?
That's Hollywood, because Hollywood want everybody to be tutti fruities.
Man, we done went to, oh man. All right, so Rod, all right, check this out. Since we going to we going in a lot of places tonight, family, to just discover our origins and who the different races and species we've been through time. Blue, green, black, olive, white, all these different colors. Rod, let's go to another cartoon. The Thundercats. Historically, if you're talking about the Anunnaki, people say the Thundercats represent the Larians, I think. Larians. Where do they pop up in history? If we're talking about the Anunnaki, where the hell do they, because they're supposed to be older than the Anunnaki, I believe. So where do they pop up?
So first of all, the Anunnaki is it's like a United Nations of galactic species. Okay.
Now that's a great way to say it. Oh, and all right, I'm gonna let you answer this. Then I gotta follow. Go ahead. I'm excited. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, so you know who Sekhmet is?
Yeah.
The priestesses of Sekhmet were taught originally by Lyran priestesses. Then under Sekhmet, you have other cat goddesses like Bast. Right? Bast is the Lyran defense team. They the stealth bombers of the House of the Cat. The ones who carry the black cat totem is in the form of the Black Panther is the priest, because the Black Panther is the black leopard, and the leopard is the garb of the ancient priesthood. So you know they totem animal, you know they purpose here. Like Tupac's totem animal is the cat, but his spirit animal is the dragon, the shining serpent.
See this?
Yeah, the tiger.
But go ahead, though. I had to show that.
Yeah, you know they got black tigers too.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. They still call Black Panthers. But see, down you coming from the east, under your ancient Arabic order, the nobles of the mystic shrine, with the simulation of the crescent moon as the fangs of the Bengal tiger, right? The K9s. K9 is 9/11, by the way.
The K9, yeah.
K9 is 9/11. K is the 11th letter. Right. So it's 11/9, but on the flip, it's 9/11. Okay, so the Lyrans is over the spiritual initiation rites and training of the house of the cat. And that's who got usurped out of Vatican City. Vatican is the cat they was all obsessed with. And that's why they became cataholics, or as you say, Catholic.
Oh shit, man. Come on, man. Oh, he took it there, y'all. He took it
that was the sacerdotal seat.
He took it there. The cataholics or the Catholics, he took it there. Ah, man, you took it there, Rod. Oh, man, shit. This is a classic show, y'all.
I had some good master teachers.
This is a classic show.
I'm just a class tutor.
Man. Yo, so was the Great Pyramid in Egypt, you know, the Great Pyramid in Egypt, was that left by the Larians? Was that left there by them?
No, that was left there by Tahuti.
Because they say it was a cat or something like that with wings or some shit. Like I don't heard a lot of different things, man.
No, the Sphinx was a female. All of the Sphinx of the world was females.
Right.
Later they tried to alter the faces of them and then even cast male sphinxes. But the Sphinx was the Leo waiting on the return of the three kings, which is represented by the three pyramids, which is represented by the three stars of Orion's belt. The jewels of the great father who walk among the skies is the three high chiefs, which is the three sky chiefs. And the three sky chiefs is represented by as above, so below. They walk in human form as three chiefs, but they also represent a spiritual frequency. And the one in the middle, right, that's the one who's responsible to hold the love key. So you look at the symbolism of the three kings biblically, and the symbolism, the frankincense, the gold, and I think the other one was silver. The frankincense is the spiritual essence. That's why they use it in all of the rituals. It's symbolism of spiritual essence. The gold is the heart chakra, right? And the heart chakra is the wealth of eternity if you can find true love, right? Searching for a heart of gold. And the silver is your connection to your motherland, right? So it's your brother from another mother, and y'all got to redeem the great mother in order to restore the great father. Takes you back to the holy drama, Isis, Set, and Osiris. Hey, look, Rich, a couple guys were trying to correct me about Set, because I keep telling them that the biblical Satan is Set, right? And they think that what I'm telling them is who Set was. And I'm not telling them who Set was. I'm telling them how they used Set's name. You got to understand, they took our stories from ancient history, rewrote them and reworked them to give us a whole different story, but leave enough of it for us to find the source information.
Yeah, man. Wow. All right. A lot of people. All right. So we've. I mean, we at the hour mark, family. I mean, this was like. I mean, Rod was sizzling all night. I mean, he was smoking all night with this information. And we talked a lot about race and the concept of race, and when the concept was introduced in the different colors we've experienced. I'm gonna take a couple of questions from the people, but one last question I want to ask is, we see, you know, the whole race paradigm and what that has done. When was the first? They say that the oldest war that took place was between man and woman. When was it? We talked about this nuclear war that happened, this nuclear winter. When was the first time that man and woman went at it? And if we're going to talk about this great mother so much, I guess the divine feminine lost power, if that's the proper way to say it.
That takes us right back to Lord said. The word En means Lord in Semitic language, ancient Semitic language and hieroglyphics in Sumerian. En means Lord or master of something. And Set is the antithesis of Osiris. He is the uncle who comes to steal his brother's throne, right? The origin of the story is the biblical war in heaven that landed on earth. Was about birthright to the earth, mitochondrial right to rule, and as the creator gods, goddesses, gods, and ruler god is the Y chromosome rulership right. Earth being a feminine planet supposed to be under matriarchal order in order for it to have heavenly qualities in the physical form. So the war that started on heaven was actually a war in Nibiru between siblings, twins, a brother and a sister. And the brother did not want to relinquish the jurisdictional authority of Earth to the matriarchy. So he tried to instill his wife from a mirror universe as the divinity of the Earth to create the 6,000-year rule. But that's all after the war took place, started on Nibiru, is where they set it off. And then they end up coming to Earth in conclusion to fight it out in the Pleiadian light lock that we call the Van Allen belt. So we sitting here looking at the aftermath of all of the first war, and all wars being battles in that great war.
What was the name of the brother and sister, for those who don't know, Rod?
It's written in the story of Inanna, which is supposed to be the story of Inanna and Enlil's conflict. So when the uncle went to take power from the mother, the son overheard it. And they say, and Michael,